peace. I am free. I have abundance. I have everything within me. For I was, for I am, for I will always be. We are love. We are peace. We are free. We have abundance. We have everything within us. For we are, for we will always be. For Mother Earth is love. For Mother Earth has peace. For Mother Earth is free. For Mother Earth has abundance. For Mother Earth has everything within her. For she was, for she is, for she will always be. And so it is spoken, so it has been written, and it is done.
You have entered into a dimension of truth, where time does not exist and illusions are shattered. The journey of truth is intense. The journey of truth will set you free. Consider this a warning as you enter the dimension of truth uncompromised.
All right, family. Welcome to the Truth Uncompromised show. I am your host, Rhonda. Tonight we have a great show planned for you. Already I had to switch microphones, so hold on. I'm going to switch back again so you can hear me better, hopefully. Okay, let's see here. All right, let me mute one. Okay. All right. So tonight is Thursday, April 2nd, and we are continuing our series, The Real Pilgrims, the true story of immigrants coming to America, part 22. So last week when you all joined us, we really had a lot of stuff going on, and I'm hearing myself echo, so I might have to switch again. Peace and love to YouTube. So shout out to YouTube, to Scotty Saturn, who's always in the building first, Woke Sister. We have Shatima and Helen, Mr. Tyrese 21, peace and love. And shout out to our Blog Talk listeners on the line, 248-310-646-615, etc. All right, so last week we kind of wrapped up with Andrew Jackson, and we got into how the freed blacks went over to Africa, specifically Liberia, and set up a colony. Now, the purpose for them doing that was because Andrew Jackson did not fulfill his promise to allow them to have voting rights. Okay, so we kind of read through the history of Liberia and the role that those freed blacks played. So we're going to pick back up with that this week. We're going to get through the history of Liberia. We're going to also talk about some of those companies that were behind funding that Africa colony called Negroland. Okay, so just to give you a point of reference for this series, White Trash, The 400-Year Untold History of Class in America by Nancy Eisenberg. And then our other source is They Were White and They Were Slaves, The Untold History of the Enslavement of Whites in Early America, Michael A. Hoffman II. All right, so with that said, I am going to bring on my co-host, and then I'm going to have to switch out mics again, y'all, because I'm having a terrible echo. I can hear it, but you all can't hear it. So let me bring on Brother Sean right quick. Peace and love, brother. How are you?
Wholeness and power, sis. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Okay. I'm going to switch my mic. So hold on a second for me. And then I'm going to need you all to verify for me that you can hear me clearly. So just a second here. Bear with me. Okay, let's see. Hopefully you all can hear me good. Yeah, because, child, I have to play a juggling ball. I don't know what's going to work when I go on the air. I don't know which mic's going to work, which piece of equipment, etc. All right. Okay. So good deal. So you doing good?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, what else am I supposed to be doing? I'm enjoying the show. Why wouldn't I be feeling good?
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of stuff jumping off, so go ahead on with the fuckery. Gonna be off the chain tonight. So I'm just forewarning the exactly. I'm just forewarning the family. So if this is your first time with us, this is not a show for children because I do MF and SB and all of that. So I'm giving you that disclaimer straight up front.
And if the truth offends you, go someplace else.
Yeah, this is really not the show for you. For real, because we give no one a pass. No one gets a pass. Very much so true. So let me bring on Sis Sandra. Peace and love, sis. How are you?
Peace and love to you, sis. I'm fine, and you, brother Sean, peace and love to you.
Wholeness and power, sis.
And peace and love to the family. Thank you for coming. Glad to have you.
Indeed. Okay, so we're going to start with, go ahead on with the fuckery. It's plenty. Sis Sandra.
I'll tell you the truth. I went to the store today, right? It was so surreal to walk in there, see people with masks on their faces, gloves on their hands. The store was pretty stocked. That was Smart and Final I went to. So, I should have said that because they're going to run on it. But
I know, you should have kept your little secret to yourself.
Yes, but that's basically what the problem is. is that the system is crashing, and it is terrifying people who haven't been paying attention. You should have been paying attention. You know, people should have listened and stopped living in la la land. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what they've been programmed to do is work, and that's that slave or Slavic mentality that they were programmed with.
Yep.
And so I can't blame them if they wasn't paying attention to that. These cutthroats were about to do them in. They said that this is worse than 2008. I can agree. I really can agree. And President Trump is he-hawed and hoo-hooed about shutting the nation down totally, but he's really not going to have much choice if they claim to, quote-unquote, get this virus under control. I was trying to listen to him just a few minutes ago, but my mind was taken up by something else, the financial parts of the situation that's going down, because they're spending money like water to try to keep this system afloat, and they're not going to make it.
Yeah, because I think they said at this point, sis, I saw somewhere where really the Fed, first of all, that bailout package, it was not $2 trillion, my bad, y'all, $2 trillion. It was $6 trillion.
I didn't know that.
But, yeah, it was $6 trillion. And I heard,
No, it had gotten to 6. I just heard that today.
Yeah, but I heard in addition to that $6 trillion that the Fed is pumping $2 trillion of them fiat currencies a day. Do you hear me? A day, to try to keep stuff afloat. And the Fed was buying up debt. So meaning, in other words, buying back the debt. Now, shout out to Sis Cheryl. She put something on Facebook that immediately caught a sister's attention, and it was this video that was talking about how the Fed Reserve and the Treasury Department merged.
Yep.
Okay. Not only did they merge, which they were kind of already one and the same, but this what blew my wig back in Sis Sahida's words. That's where I got that term from, blew my wig back. The Fed got bought out by a company named BlackRock.
Yep. Yeah.
So there's a new owner.
Yeah.
So soon after I was listening to that video that Sis Cheryl had put out, and I'm going to get the source for y'all in a minute, trying to pull it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the seal of press Trump card, when he's making those speeches, start appearing back on the podium, as well as the Admiral Law flag, because it was missing. So that lets you know that quote, quote, reset that people been talking about, it already happened.
Yeah.
Which we suspected that they were resetting when they started putting together the stimulus package, the package. Okay, so we suspected that. And then when that seal was missing, when Trump card was giving his speeches and they switched out the flag, we're like, oh, crap. The corporation side isn't in operation. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So the source of the information that we're talking about were BlackRock. And y'all go look up that company, BlackRock.
You know,
An extremely powerful company.
And black rock itself means something spiritual. Also, it's the God that they worship. But I'm sorry, go ahead on, sis, and then remind me to give them the source of this information. Go ahead.
The reporter asked about Black Rock, and Trump ignored her.
Girl, you better shut the front door. See, I haven't been listening to the little press conference. I got stuff to do, so I can't get through it all the way. Girl, when did that happen? Stop.
Last conference he had, just as he was about to finish up, and she said, "What about Black Rock?" And see, I had seen the word already because I had a video you're talking about. My son gave it to me. I have it, and so I hadn't listened to the video, but when she said the name, I said, "Oh, that's that video." So I went to the video, and I listened to it, and my mouth dropped open. My mouth absolutely dropped open because they said that company's representation is, if you're white, get back, because you ain't going to work here.
Well, okay, here's the video, y'all. It's from a website called Russia Insider. And the name of the video is This Huge Jewish finance firm just took over the U.S. Treasury and Fed, BlackRock. So it's a video. Scroll down a little tad bit, and right under the picture, there is audio that you can listen to. It's not that long. It's 37 minutes. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's going to break down for you who this BlackRock company really is, how powerful they really are. So very, very, very interesting. Now, I just find that extremely interesting that you say that reporter asked him about BlackRock and he didn't want to answer.
Well, that's truth in that, and so he turned it over to that lady. I think after that, or to the Treasury guy. But what they said in this video, the commentary guy said that if you're not black, brown, or Jewish, he said Jewish, black, or brown, you ain't going to go nowhere in this country.
Well, I found that very interesting. Sis Divinity and YouTube said that the seal, the seal is missing again today. See, I didn't see Trump Card's little conference today. So I'm going to have to go look today and see if it's missing. So if it's missing, that means the ink ain't signed on this MF deal yet. Because one thing about them, I was shocked that I was able to witness them switch out that seal, not have the seal there, rather, because what they were doing was secretly behind the scenes, the U.S. corporation was going bankrupt. So I'm going to have to check it out again. So that means that deal isn't final. I'm sorry. Go ahead on, sis.
Did mention the combination of the Feds and the Treasury together. He did mention that. But she asked about BlackRock, and he didn't answer.
Yeah, because he's not supposed to answer.
Yeah.
He really not.
And also, he's about to nationalize the Fed.
Yep.
He got all his
I
people
heard that too.
in place. The Fed is over.
It's done.
Yeah.
That BlackRock thing, that was a last-ditch effort by them to regain control again. This is war going on.
It really
People
is.
out here
It really is.
You know,
coronavirus and coronavirus, the goddamn flu, the flu ain't got shit to do with it. It's the fear associated with it that's going to push people to take them vaccines. Now, the partial lockdown, that was a test run.
Yep.
And they found out what they needed to find out. They scared motherfuckers enough to keep their punk asses in the house.
Now I am going to say, I'm sorry, go ahead, Brother Sean.
Now the thing is, they finna go ahead with the full lockdown because they know people scared enough to go along with it and get the vaccines.
Well,
I mean, there's plenty of us that won't, but they got enough that are willing that they ain't worried about us right now.
Right. Well, I do want to say, I know for a fact, this ain't what nobody told me. I know for a fact people are dying. I know for a fact that people are getting sick. Now, it may not be connected to directly what they're saying it is. I still think it's the red oxide dust in the air, but I am telling you, people are getting sick and people are legitimately dying. I'm almost starting to get up to 10 on my hands of people that I know that are sick with it and or have died. Okay, so I know for a fact. So it's something. So it may not be this quote Rona that they're talking about, but something is definitely going around, and it could just be that red oxide dust. Plus, we have Comet Atlas that's in the atmosphere, and if you want to know how you know that's in the atmosphere, sometimes, and I caught it one day earlier this week when the sun was rising, it's green. So you're going to see a green hue. So comets, all of that shit, they bring a lot of dust. So that's a lot of dust that your lungs and your sinuses are inhaling, which in turn could cause bronchitis and pneumonia, because the deaths are being classified as Rona, as complications from pneumonia, which I said out the gate when this thing started. I said it out the gate. Look for the rise in deaths in pneumonia. So I'm sorry. Go ahead on, sis.
Do you know that you're right about the red oxide, because Planet 9, Planet X, Nibiru, the Iron Planet, whatever you want to call it, they just launched, I think Sunday, the space shuttle, Space Force, they call it. I think they call it Space Force.
Yeah, I forgot what they call it. Yeah.
Senator. You know, half man, half beast thing? That's Sagittarius, I think. And they just launched that, okay? So when you go to the PBS astrology thing about Nibiru, you will find that Senator is a code word for the magnetic or gravitational pull of the planets, and they call it Senator. That's the pull.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it. So they just code word that shuttle or space. You know that space army.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
It took off to go up there with that name on it. So they're up there looking for Planet X. And I did get a chance to see Wrap the News, and I said, yeah, well, here it is. You know, what can I say? It's always been coming. And then they changed it into Jupiter. Yeah, okay, Jupiter. So that was BP Earth did that. But
right, and it's... I'm sorry, go ahead, Brother Sean.
They up where looking for who? They ain't been nowhere. They still can't get to no goddamn outer space.
Yeah, they can't.
They can't.
And all that activity up there, they ain't getting shit from nowhere.
Yeah, they do make a good show, though.
The party is over for them.
Yeah.
They ain't getting nothing.
It really is.
No goddamn where. They ain't never got nothing. No goddamn where. Ever. They didn't lie the whole time.
But I was just talking about name matches what they looking for, or what is up there.
Yeah, no, I feel
everything's already up there.
Huh?
They know what's going on in the sky.
Yeah, they know it's there. I agree, because they're masking it.
They're
definitely.
Yes. All they're doing is feeding y'all little bits and pieces of information to keep y'all distracted.
Yep.
Keep them distracted. Because
to me, I've always said out the gate that the financial crash, I said all of that was a cover-up for the pole shifting and what was going on in the sky. And I still say that.
Right. But my thing is, what financial crash? They've been bankrupt.
Yeah, that's true that.
So what financial crash? The thing is, people are just now starting to wake up and realize that this motherfucking corporation is broke.
That's true. We've been screaming that for the longest. True that. That's very much so true.
As far as for the quote-unquote stimulus package, I mean, yeah, the Fed buying back the debt, but what is it actually stimulating? The system is done for. It's over. I mean, ain't nothing about to be the same again because people voluntarily went along with this.
Right.
I'm not saying people ain't dying, but people die from the flu every year, and they don't get this type of coverage.
Well, I'm going to say again, it's because it is that oxidized dust. It's Cheryl.
That and 5G.
Yeah, and if you want to throw 5G in there, that's fine too. But as Sis Cheryl said, the non-ionizing radiation is the real culprit. Absolutely, because I can't put all of these deaths on no simple flu when I know for a fact young people, they wake up the next day and they have to be rushed to the emergency room. And that tells me that they got some type of irritant in their nasal passages that made it to their lungs, inflamed their lungs, and it developed into pneumonia. That takes some time to develop into pneumonia. Literally, people are waking up overnight, and within that same day, they have to rush to the emergency room so they can't breathe. So that red oxide dust is really kicked up because that solar system, that Nibiru solar system, is so close up on us. And yeah, maybe 5G is a contributor of making that irritant of that dust even more harmful. Okay, so so I in no way want to downplay people getting sick because I know they're getting sick, and I know it's beyond the flu. It ain't what nobody told me. I know for a fact.
That's the point that I was getting to. It's what they're telling people.
Agreed.
What they have people fearing when they're actually implementing this other shit behind the distraction of it being that.
Agreed. 1,000% agree.
And therefore, people are voluntarily walking into their own demise. Because I think it's fuckery that people outside walking around with masks on. That's your time to breathe fresh air. You keep the mask on. You breathing back in your own carbon dioxide all day. Then you go in a stuffy house with nothing but internet and low frequencies bombarding your body the whole damn day. And your face either in the phone or the computer. So you constantly bombarding yourself with shit. instead of getting outside, getting some sunlight, breathing some fresh air, connecting with mama. Mama ain't in none of your houses. But that's where they want you to stay, so they can do everything out in the open.
And I agree with that to an extent. I can only share what I experience, and nobody can tell me about my body. And I know sometimes when I go out, sometimes when I go out, because I test the air, and sometimes when I go out, my sinuses get irritated immediately. So I already know what time it is. Other times when I go out, I'm cool. So I'm personally not going to advocate people not wearing a mask because I know what I have experienced with my own body. But it is a hit and miss situation. Sometimes I'm fine. I can soak up the rays without the mask. Sometimes I can't, because if I don't put on that mask, it takes a full day for me to flush out my sinuses and wash that sting off of my skin. Literally, that shit that's floating around in the air will sting your skin. You got to come in, take a motherfucking shower, get that, wipe your face, all of that shit. Now, I'm only saying what I experienced. So I don't want, people who do what they feel that is best for their body to feel shamed. And I do have to put that out there because I have seen some horrendous fucking behavior this week from people that claim that they are woke. I mean, fucking horrendous, disgusting, arguing with people, telling them they're lying about their motherfucking body. They're lying about how their fucking family members passed away. They're lying about them being on the front line and what's going on. I'm not rocking with none of that fuck shit. I'm not. Because people's experiences are their experiences. And I personally respect that. So I know I'm not going to sit up here and advocate and tell people what to do, what the fuck they feel comfortable with their body. That's not my place. Nobody knows their body better than them. I know my motherfucking body. I know what is a fucking allergy and what's not. I've been in this bitch for 50 years. I know what the fuck when I have allergies and when it's not. So I am extremely disappointed in the so-called woke folks pushing what the fuck they feel on other people's real life experiences. It's disrespectful. I've literally seen people arguing with people that are nurses and doctors that are treating these people coming in with this stuff. I literally seen somebody go in behind somebody who said, I just lost my uncle today, and went right behind and said, I don't care, it's still fake. That fucking shit is unacceptable. And it's out of ego. I'm sorry, it's out of ego. You don't have the right to fucking tell somebody what they are experiencing, especially with their motherfucking body. No, you're not finna tell me what the fuck I feel with my motherfucking body, my vessel that I done drug around for 50 fucking plus years. So I just had to get that out there. I'm not here for that fuck shit. Yes, we know it's probably more different than what they're saying, but I will not advocate under any circumstances downplaying or telling somebody else what they are experiencing is not real. That's not my place. It's disrespectful.
They was arguing like that.
Oh, it was bad. I was fucking disgusted, Brother Sean. I wanted to cuss that person out so bad. That person that said my I think they said cousin or uncle, I can't fucking remember, just passed this morning, and the person came right behind them and said it's still fake. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? I heard a nurse who had been cool with somebody for years say, sis, please don't tell people that this is not real. You've known me for X number of years. You know that I'm a nurse, because this person, the nurse lady, was in New York. I'm telling you, these cases are coming through the front door. So please don't tell people they're not getting sick. Still fucking dismiss what this woman said, that she knows her. She literally knows this person. And I have personally been reached out to. You know such and so? Yeah. They've been diagnosed with it. And I'm going to tell you something. You all better hope and fucking pray that none of your family members get it. Whatever the fuck you want to classify it as. Because when they go to that hospital, you cannot fucking see them. Let me restate this bullshit. You better hope and you better pray that it does not touch your family. Whether or not you fucking believe it's Rona, the oxide dust, you better hope and fucking pray it doesn't cross you or your family. Because you can't go in there and see your family. They can't even go and they can't even have a public funeral for their people. So it's fucking disrespectful. So yeah, that's how people been getting down. And I'm just so fucking disgusted. I don't know what to do. This whole fucking conscious quote quote community is a goddamn joke. It's a bunch of people that got a little bit of fucking knowledge and in their motherfucking ego. How the fuck you gonna tell somebody about them and theirs? Sitting behind a motherfucking keyboard talking shit. So yeah, that's how people are getting down. Literally. So, all right. I said my motherfucking public announcement on that bullshit. All right. And that was my go ahead on with the fuckery, by the way. Okay. So, we got something else, y'all. This shouldn't be a surprise to y'all, but it is really, really, really jumping off. March 30th, 2020. This was on Yahoo News. It's also on other publications. The feds revoking reservation status for tribes 300 acres. A tribe is losing reservation status for its more than 300 acres in Massachusetts, raising fears among Native American groups that other tribes could face the same fate under the Trump administration. Now, this what's going to have y'all, those of you that keep up with this stuff, and Brother Sean, if you haven't heard this, as soon as I say this name, you're going to go, The Mashpee Wampanoag tribe was notified late Friday by the Federal Bureau of Indian Affairs, so that's the BIA, y'all, that it will be rescinding its reservation designation and removing the land from federal trust, according to Cedric Cromwell. Now, notice even that last name, Cromwell, the tribe's chairman. Have you heard of this one, Brother Sean?
Keep going.
Okay, but yeah. Okay, so he said the move is cruel and unnecessary as the tribe and others across the nation are struggling to respond to the coronavirus pandemic within their sovereign lands, talking about being blindsided. It was a sucker punch in the face from the bully you thought was your friend, he said Monday. I thought they were calling to see how we're doing in all of this. To do it at 4 p.m. on a Friday during a pandemic, that's sneaky. Yeah, that's like if you ever been motherfucking laid off and they do that bullshit on Friday, you're like, bitch, you could have did that on Monday. But anyway, the U.S. Department of Interior, which oversees Native American affairs, is obligated by a recent federal court decision to remove the special land designations, which were bestowed in 2015 under President Barack Obama, according to Connor Swanson, an agency spokesman. In February, the U.S. Court of Appeals in Boston upheld a lower court decision declaring the federal government had not been authorized to take the land into trust for the Cape Cod-based tribe, which traces its ancestry to the Native Americans that shared a fall harvest meal with the Pilgrims in 1621. The Mashpee Wampanoag tribe declined to challenge that decision, but Cromwell argues a separate lawsuit filed in federal court in Washington, D.C. is still pending. The decision is the latest concerning sign that the Trump administration is willing to use its discretionary powers to attempt to take lands away from tribes, said Gene, whatever the heck his name is, of the North American Indian Center, a Boston-based advocacy group. This is an essential crisis for the tribes, Gene said. It's a power grab and a land grab by the Trump administration. Last April, the Interior Department withdrew trust status from lands owned by the Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians in California, citing the discovery of endangered bird species. Congress eventually included a provision in a defense bill in December declaring that the more than 1,400 acres of land would be held in trust for the tribe to build housing. Swanson stressed that the Mashpee Wampanoag tribe retains its federal recognition, which it earned in 2007. The tribe's more than 300 acres, about half of which are located in the town of Mashpee and the other half in Taunton near the Rhode Island state line, also remain in the tribe's ownership. As it had before, the federal government took them into trust, he noted. But the decision, if allowed to stand, would destroy much of what the tribe has worked to build in recent years on its own sovereign lands, Cromwell said. That includes establishing an independent judicial system, police force, and Wampanoag language school, as well as beginning construction on a roughly 50-unit tribal housing development and breaking grounds on a $1 billion resort casino. Cromwell promised the tribe would continue its decade-long land fight. These are the lands of our ancestors, and these will be the lands of our grandchildren, he said. We will not rest until we are treated equally with other federally recognized tribes, and the status of our reservation is confirmed. All right, so again, this is off of Yahoo, but it hit a couple of the other news publications. So I'll pause in case Sister Brother Sean, you want to put something on it before I put something on it.
Let's say something. Now, Trump, in his infinite self, says that them Indians don't look like one I know, and and I'm like, everybody had a debate about that, right? If they're talking about us, them, or whatever.
I remember that, sis. I remember.
Yeah. So the thing is this: last year, the scientists, the genealogists, did the Native American genealogy, and they posted it as being Assyrian. They did not post it as being American Indian. So that's probably why they went ahead and did that, because Assyrian is Genghis Khan. So they are mutts, so to speak, like the lady said in your book. They're mongrels.
Yeah.
And so if they're going to have to fight that DNA. Because the DNA is what's getting them in trouble, I believe. Because
Dana and Raina, yep.
Yeah, Dana and Raina is talking. And I've been trying to say that for the longest, that he came over here, brought them women first, the women made it with our people. And then the armies of Genghis Khan came and captured people and took them over to Russia and Europe and other places. Not him himself, but his predecessors.
Yeah, feel you.
Yeah, so these people who came over here and tried to take the land, and it's all about land, okay? It ain't nothing about what you look like. It's all about the land. So you got trust for you, and the government said, nope, that's not you. That's what they're saying. That's what I hear. So they have to understand that they are not American Indian. My neighbor showed me a picture of her grandmama. She got blonde hair, my neighbor. And she said her mama is an Indian. Don't you see? She's dark. She gets really dark. And I said, well, I couldn't say nothing because, and then I looked at my neighbor's eyelid. I said, well, if she has an eyelid like yours, it's Mongolian. Because it's a very significant trait.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
She has blonde hair, but she has a Mongolian eyelid. And so she kept pushing her eyes wide open. I said, don't raise your eyebrow. Just let your eyebrow come down and see if that lid don't come down. So they got all that against them. That is a very significant trait that you are Mongolian. A lot of these people are Mongolians. And so, I mean, the system is changing. And so now you can't have your sovereignty. You can't have your land because your ancestors is not of this land.
Right.
And so that's my take on it.
No, and then I'll let Brother Sean go, and then I'll put something on it.
Are these the Mongols we talking about, or are these the white ones?
Yeah, I think these the white ones, because that name Cromwell, I know he got the motherfucking audacity to speak about being indigenous. Bitch, are you serious? With the fucking last name Cromwell? You think I don't know the origins of that motherfucking name? Are you serious?
And then
go ahead, Brother Sean.
The Elizabeth Warren chick, the fact that they blew her out the water for pretending to be an American Indian.
Yeah, they lit her ass up.
So, that brought all that identity theft and fraud to the forefront.
It did.
Then if you look at these areas, it's a lot of quote-unquote Native American women and children going missing, just like everybody else. Now, those areas probably had a lot of human trafficking and stealing the organs going on.
Mm-hmm.
They say that Trump seized trillions of dollars because he passed that executive order in 2017 where if you're found to be guilty of crimes against humanity, human trafficking, pedophilia, whatever, you can seize all your money.
Mm.
So he taken everything from everybody that had something to do with that stuff. And he also know who the fuck we are. And his time traveling ass know what the fuck about to happen.
Right. True that.
So, you know, they trying to give up a little bit of karma and hopefully hold some things back. Because some things ain't gonna happen if we don't do our part.
Mm-hmm.
We on the cusp of a new system.
Right.
Either y'all gonna buy into the deal and do paperwork and become a good citizen up under a more equal government where they're giving everything back to the people. You just have to be willing to let everybody else stay here and let the system stay in place.
Yep.
You can't be willing to fight for what's actually yours, so to speak. Because can't nobody own nothing.
Nothing. Right.
You can't own mama. We're not going to get past that. I don't care what they done wrote. I don't care what they done promised. And that stimulus thing. Signing and cashing that check, that is part of the New Deal, people. Whether you like it or believe it or not.
That's what I said. That's exactly
what I said. The reset has taken place. And if any of you are familiar with Jubilee, all debt is supposed to be erased.
Yep.
They ain't erased no debt. They gave you $1,200 and told you to give it back to the rich people and help them get back on their feet after this. And that's exactly what y'all doing. I mean, you ain't got no choice. Because just because they can't evict you now because you ain't working, soon as this shit is over and you didn't spend your $1,200, which ain't enough for a couple month rent anyway.
And for some people, and for some people, that ain't even cutting it.
Exactly. So the thing is, y'all still trying to figure out a way to survive in a system that needs to be gone. You can't focus on the system. It got to go. Quit cutting deals with these people. That's what happened, because when you was talking about these tribes and then when they was federally recognized, that's just recently. Mm-hmm. You motherfuckers just cut deals.
Yep, we just talked about that, Brother Sean. What, 2 weeks ago? We fucking just talked about it. Yep.
Seeking their federal recognition and to be equal. I mean, that you can't be a mama. For real, if you're talking about being recognized by them.
Right.
I mean, everybody knows it's a bankrupt corporation.
Mm-hmm.
We know that they're pedophiles. I mean, we at war right now. They didn't unleash a multi-level attack. The Corona, 5G, and everything else that they're doing. It's all out war. And a lot of people still waiting on the stimulus check, and we're right in the middle of the war of all times, the end game. And y'all ain't even actively participate. I mean, not to your betterment. I mean, you keeping the system alive. You still giving all your energy away. But not even for your own betterment. So, I mean, they got what they deserve. Because they ain't got no right to nothing anyway.
No, they don't. They don't. And well said, Brother Sean. And as you were breaking that down, all I thought about was that's just why Thanos snapped his motherfucking fingers and kept it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know what? Ain't nobody got time to keep fucking around with you people. You want to keep focusing on everything else but what the fuck you supposed to be focusing on, which is self and getting back in tune. Hell, one good thing I have to say about this seclusion, the motherfucking animals are getting some goddamn peace from you fucking humans.
Right.
The animals are kicking it. It's this dude in Cali. He literally live in San Fran, y'all. He said, fuck this, I'm going to go outside, this, that, and the third. He said he stepped his ass outside and saw some motherfucking coyotes. In San Fran, y'all, in the city, I was rolling. The animals are getting some peace. Dolphins then came back to the motherfucking Venice Canal. So what does that tell you? That tells you that humans are the fucking virus to the planet. Now, since we want to goddamn talk about viruses, goddamn talk about that. Talk about the destructive behavior that the planet has had to endure, that the animals have had to endure with your fucked up thoughts, with your greed, with your egotism. Let's fucking talk about that. How you don't even honor what's sustaining you, which is the planet herself. She the last fucking thing on you humans' motherfucking mind. If she make it on your mind. It's all about fiat. It's all about ego. I keep telling you humans, she will have the last word. So you ain't got to worry about whether or not it's Rona. You ain't got to worry about whether or not it's motherfucking 5G, because she got the last fucking word. And she gonna shut this motherfucker down. And you know what? It deserves to be done. Because humans aren't fucking getting it. Now that's a goddamn shame. It's been 3 weeks? 3 weeks and the animals so motherfucking relieved. They walking down the street, peacock, all kind of fucking wild animals in the heart of the city, walking down the street fucking chilling. Because fucking humans terraform everything. And they cannot understand that the land and the earth and nature is more fucking important than your motherfucking fiat and your things and your trinkets. 99% of the human population really feel they cannot make it without those things. So she should shut the fuck down. She really should. And the 5% that claim you motherfucking conscious, you should get that. You should get if she say, that's it, bitches, I'm tired. You should get that. If you are who you say you are, it don't fucking matter. None of that shit matters. That fucking stimulus, fuck-ass check, none of it matters. So keep right on fucking around. Keep on playing the corporate games. Keep on thinking this matter, that matter. And I keep telling you, the land and the mother and the people are more important. And humans still don't forget it. They still don't get it, rather. And I'm going to leave the 95%. I'm taking them out of the picture. Even a fucking 5% don't get it. It's only 1% that really, truly get it. That truly understand what the fuck this is about. This is an age switch. Everything will change. And either you're going to rock with it or you're not. Just be prepared to have your motherfucking consciousness changed on over. And y'all can take that shit to another made-up realm. Because she's done with this shit. She's over it. So, back just real quick to this Cromwell bullshit. Cedric Cromwell is the tribe's chairman of Wampanoag. Okay? Now, just go to Wikipedia. First motherfucking thing, and put in the name Cromwell. You're going to come up with Oliver Cromwell. Was an English general, and statesman who led the Parliament of England armies against King Charles I during the English War and ruled the British Isles. Now tell me how the fuck a Cromwell name is indigenous to the motherfucking land? And that name has the audacity to supposedly and allegedly represent as a chairman of the Wampanoag?
He melanated.
And this shit is fucking... I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And this shit is acceptable? We told y'all what cutting deals, getting this fucking federal recognition, we told y'all what the deal was. And it's not just going to hit them. It's hitting all of them. Because Trump card been stripping away their motherfucking benefits. Because he basically saying, well, if you fucking sovereign, you don't need no check. That's basically what he's saying. You sovereign, you don't need no check. Go do you. Go set up your shit. Do you. But you're not going to have it both. So pay attention, people. All of these falsehoods, all of that shit is over. All of this hiding behind titles and egos, that shit is over with. You have to know who you are. You have to know purely what your intents are. And if your intents are to be with the corporate system, hey, I'm fucking cool with that too. Don't get me wrong, because that's your fucking choice. But the saddest thing would be to fool yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brother Sean. Yes.
Look at that picture of him I sent you. And
okay. Where'd you send it? On
Messenger.
Okay, I see it. Let me see. Let me pull it up. Come on. Let me close some of this stuff down.
Look at all them badges and bars on me.
It's taking its time too, Brother Sean. Wait a second. Child, honey, let me tell you one motherfucking thing. They see, I'm not fucking dumb. I know you not dumb, right, Brother Sean?
Uh-huh.
I see so many damn orders.
Mm-hmm.
You're fucking kidding me, right? You fucking kidding me?
I wish I was, sis.
We keep telling y'all there's no more hiding anymore. There's no more hiding.
And they just recently cut their motherfucking deal.
I know they recently cut their deal.
During Obama's
I know they
tenure.
did. Yep.
Obama set them up. So you know if he set them up, it was some human trafficking and shit going on.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at those symbols on Blood's clothes.
Mm-hmm.
That told me everything. Stick me with a fork.
And that Cromwell name.
Yeah, I can't get past the Cromwell name. That traced back to fucking Europe. I said, are you fucking kidding me? You mean to tell me they have someone with the Cromwell name as their representative? You gotta fucking be kidding me. I would accept Jackson. Johnson. Shit, for that matter. Cromwell? Are you fucking kidding me? So beware. I'm telling you all, that y'all out there trying to get federally recognized and all of that by the corporation that's already done failed. Good luck, because it just ain't going to be the Wampanoag because they're melanated. Trump card been cutting the $5 Indians benefits and taking their motherfucking land and all of that. So, oh well, it is what it is.
They ain't going to restructure everything for that new deal. For the new system, you know.
I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, and that's how you gonna fool a lot of quote unquote Aboriginal people.
Mm-hmm. Getting people to cut deals.
Exactly. Not realizing that the system itself has to go. It ain't about a new system. Because they, in that charter, they was already told they could change system, change this deal, whatever. Yep. But, you know, for him to be pulling the moves that he's pulling, there's some powerful people behind him.
Yeah, it's some shit going down. Yep.
There's some powerful melanated people, because that's the only true quote-unquote royalty on this planet.
Exactly. It is the melanated people. And hence, why in that Black Rock thingy I gave you, why in that video, and I'm really encouraging you all, family, to listen to that video out of Inside Russia. In that video, and Sis can back me up on this because she's listened to it, didn't the host of the show say that Black Rock company is going to put melanated people back into CEOs, but he didn't say back into, he said into CEO position. And if you white, you can fucking forget about it. Now, am I making that up, or did he not say that?
He said it and almost fell out. I said,
so
whoa.
I know you knew what time it was, because I told y'all that it was for the